Come on, we should get back to the Falcon. Chewie, can you take care of that debris? Hang on, let me look at that thing. Yep, as I thought, it's a tree. And you got a lightsaber, remember? Not a scratch on her. Well, no new ones.
The scavenger resisted you.
She is strong with the Force. Untrained, but stronger than she knows.
And the droid?
Ren believed it was no longer valuable to us, that the girl was all we needed. As a result, the droid has most likely been returned to the hands of the enemy.
Then the Resistance must be destroyed before they get to Skywalker.
We have their location. We tracked their reconnaissance ship to the Elenium system.
Good. Then we will crush them once and for all. Prepare the weapon.
Supreme Leader, I can get the map from the girl.
If what you say about this girl is true, bring her to me.
Oh, Darren, you're alive.
Buddy! BB-8 says that you saved him.
We're desperate for anything you can tell us.
Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens walkthrough part 8 or 9, one of those two. Anyway, this is the Resistance level and is by far the worst level in this game. I mentioned many times how they pretty much made a whole game out of one movie just by stalling a whole lot of the parts of different levels. And this is definitely like heavy, hardcore stalling, the most stalling they could possibly do. So we're in this hangar, getting all the X-Wings ready to go attack the big, giant Starkiller base, and we have to load up the ships. And that sounds just about as fun as it, I mean, that is just about as fun as it sounds. And we have to play around with Leia, who just, I don't know, she wasn't that great of a character in The Force Awakens. She didn't have a whole lot of screen time, so that's probably part of it. And her voice, for some reason, in her older age, just bugs me. I don't know, she didn't age nearly as well as Han Solo did. So anyway, one of the things that we have to get are two of these cylindrical, I completely forgot what they're called. I don't really know what they're supposed to be, but we have to get two of them. So one of them's on the right side here, And you get into this cold room, so you have to use C-3PO to speak the language of the alien to get access to the room, and then you have to shut off the cold in the room and then finish building the platform so you can dual slide this big block across. Now we're gonna have to also use those, we're gonna have to use the the X-Wing. Jeez, I cannot get these names of these ships right. We're gonna have to use the X-Wing blasters to melt the ice on that. So to do that, we need to use the multi-brick to build this middle base inside the crane, pick up the ice block, and then go back and destroy the multi-build, build the multi-build on the right side of the crane, and then pretty much do that again until we can get it to the correct side. Now, if you notice, my brother dropped out here because when we first did this part, it actually glitched, and it happened to us twice, where one of us, the BB-8, was inside of this rolling platform, and the other person couldn't move, couldn't do anything, couldn't shoot anything, couldn't destroy anything, and whoever was playing BB-8 couldn't get out of that platform, so we had to restart the whole level. Now luckily, this is pretty early on in the level, so I don't know if that's going to happen often. I don't know if that's a common glitch, but keep that in mind, I guess. They'll probably fix it every, in a week or two or something, or just to be safe, I say just drop out for this part, just so one person can do it all. It doesn't take too much effort. Just put the multi-builds where they're supposed to go, drop the ice block back down, and now both of you are going to have to push the block again. So as soon as the block is down here, you can safely drop back in without risk of getting that stupid glitch. And then we're going to want to melt the ice cube. So once that is in place, switch to BB-8, power up the X-Wing, and fire away. So finally build the weird cylinder object that we need. Oh, I guess that's just a pipe. Okay. And both of us are going to have to jump onto those pipes. I don't think we have to do it at the same time, but we are going to have to jump onto that pipe to put it in place. But for now, we'll go on over to the left side, and Leia is one of the people who can open up some of these locks just by doing the right combination of words. And you just, it cycles through 3 different symbols, and you just have to push the button on the right symbol, and the correct symbol will stop and pause for about half a second, so you get enough time. Then we're going to get 4 people here that Leia can use, and she's going to need to use all of them to grapple down this wall here. And that means she'll be able to jump up here and pull down that pipe, and someone else is going to have to go on over to the right side and pull down the other pipe. Which for some reason my brother is not doing, so I decided I will get on over to do it. And here it is, if I would just jump up there. Apparently I'm not seeing it either. Holy cow, okay, now my brother saw it. I blended into the background, so that took us a second. Anyway, we finally got it. Now the big giant blast door is going to open, and then we can walk into the next area. Now this part was a little bit strange. I mean, there's supposed to be a little meter above BB-8 right now, but there isn't. So a million times we've done this. We power up something, and BB-8 has to keep that arrow in the middle of that rounded meter that shows up over his head, but it doesn't show up here yet. There's still power kind of going through his wire there, and I'm like confused. Is this what we're supposed to do? Because we're standing here kind of wondering what the heck what is going on. So then my brother decides to try it, and he kind of figures it out just in the background. So this level is definitely not one of the most well made. I think this was the glitchiest level we've had, and that also is part of the reason this is the worst and my least favorite level in this game. But hey, I guess that's bound to happen when you make an entire game out of one movie. So there's going to be a few people in here. You don't really have to shoot any of them because they're kind of on your side, but we just got to walk through this hallway, and then there's going to be a gate we'll have to open up. So we're going to need to get 4 people once again so we can step on all the buttons at the same time. And to do that, they kind of just show up right here, so just go over to them and push B, and then step on the button, and then all of them will step on. I don't really know why we couldn't have just used BB-8, C-3PO, and then Leia and Finn to do that, since we had all of us there, but hey, I guess we have to keep the kind of group mechanic in somehow. So then switch on over to BB-8 and do kind of a slightly interesting pipe puzzle. So when you move one on the left or the right, the middle one moves. So the way to do this is move the one on the left, then move the one on the right, then move the one on the left again, and then move the one on the right again. And that will make it correct. So then the big giant door will open, and then soon we will get a cutscene, and then we will get to the second and last part of this level. but the cutscene's in a couple of seconds here. So we just need to power up this big conduit, gotta use BB-8, and that'll be it for this particular part of the level.
General, I regret to inform you, but this map recovered from BB-8 is only partially complete. And even worse, it matches no charted system on record. We simply do not have enough information to locate Master Luke.
Can't believe I was so foolish to think I could find Luke and bring him home. The First Order. They're charging the weapon again now. Our system is the next target.
BB-8, you're wasting your time. I am afraid not. R2-D2 has been in low power mode ever since Master Luke went away.
The scan data from Snap's reconnaissance flight confirms Finn's report.
And this is Starkiller Base.
How is it possible to power a weapon of that size?
It uses the power of the sun. As the weapon is charged, the sun is drained until it disappears.
Okay, how do we blow it up? There's always a way to do that.
In order for that amount of power to be contained, that base has to have some kind of thermal oscillator.
There is one.
If we can destroy that oscillator, it might destabilize the core and cripple the weapon.
We'll go in there, we'll hit that oscillator with everything we've got.
They have defensive shields that our ships cannot penetrate.
I can disable the shields, but I have to be there, on the planet.
We'll get you there.
Repairs completed, sir. Just need to load fuel and ammo.
Fuel, ammo, and Wookiee cookies for Chew. I'm gonna give her the once-over before we take off. You concentrate on those supplies.
Don't forget who the general is around here.
And just when you thought that this level couldn't get any worse, we find out it can, because now we have to become a catering service and stock up the Millennium Falcon to get ready for the Starkiller Base. So there's 3 major items we're going to need. Missiles, something in the middle of the screen there that I don't even know what that is, and also Wookiee cookies, which apparently they do exist. So one of the first things you'll need to do is talk to this guy on the right side with C-3PO, and you'll find out, which I'm talking all over the place right now, you're going to find out that he wants ice cream cones, and the lady's gonna be like, okay, that's manageable. You were a hero at the end of the 4th movie or 3rd movie, blah blah blah, whatever the heck rights he gets for being a weird alien guy who wants ice cream while we're trying to go take out something that's like 6 times the size of the Death Star and can destroy entire planet. Anyway, I guess the Death Star could destroy planets too, but I don't think it could destroy 5 planets at once. So to get this guy's ice cream, we're gonna have to do a couple of things, and if you come up here on the elevator to the left, this is to the right of the Millennium Falcon, but to the left of that alien guy, if you come up here on the elevator, you can get a mini kit up here, and we're also going to get another multi-build that will let us heal the computer, and that will help us in the level. So break a couple of these boxes here, and then build the multi-build to the right side, and then you're going to want to switch on over to BB-8. And you'll want to power up this power port. This will allow you to build a mini kit. So this part is optional, but if you are wanting to like collectibles, then you're going to want to do this. So when that's done, destroy the multi-build and then build it to the left side, and then hop into BB-8's character once again to go onto
All
the
the parts we
rotating
need to make
platform.
Mr. Numb
We're
happy
gonna have to do
should
a
be in
pretty
that gold-colored
interesting.
container.
I'm gonna call this a
BB-8, can you
mini game. This
maneuver
is
it to
kind
the
of fun,
drawback?
but also extremely easy. You just use the left control stick or whatever buttons it says to use on your screen. Use that to move the conveyor belt so you can move the box down. And you're gonna need to move it past all of the conveyor belts so it can come outside of whatever room it's in, and it'll come into your area, and then this will, I think this is what lets us build the ice cream machine.
BB-8. I doubt even R2 could have manipulated it so skillfully.
Those cases are pretty secure. It's going to take a fair amount of firepower to try to...
Alright, now that the box is deposited, you'll see that it is actually a golden box, of course, so we need to get a bunch of characters to shoot away at it. So we need to collect 3 other guys to follow Leia, and I think they're over here all the way to the right side. And you're going to want to remember where these guys are, because later on in the level. They might be on the left side here, I don't actually totally remember where they are. I reviewed this video before I started narrating it, like I'm supposed to do. But I am narrating like 10 of these videos in one day, so that might be part of it. So anyway, come up to this terminal, and then you can, again, go through the symbol selection area, and as I said before, all you have to do is wait for the correct symbol to match up with the button, push that button, and then it should all come. So, here's the people, they're inside here, so just wait for the force field to go down, and there's also a mini kit right there. And then you should be able to call all of these soldiers picked up.
You're after fuel,
So go in there, push B,
well,
they should all
unless
start
you
following
speak
you,
whatever
and
language
then
some
start
idiot set
firing
this
away
terminal
at
to.
the golden
You're out of luck.
Target practice. Come on!
Now with that destroyed, build
Oh
the
yeah,
ice cream
that was some
machine,
good
and it should
shooting.
Thanks,
finally
Henry.
let that scoop in.
Let's get Mr. Numb his ice cream.
Remember, Beebleberry. He was most emphatic upon that point.
Nejega. Oya kere okwenda hau ikombe-ini.
Okay, now inside of here, just blow up some of the boxes, and we'll be able to build the truck and the canister that will carry our Wookiee cookies to the ship. And I think this is actually probably the longest item to get. Everything on the left side doesn't take too long. It's really easy. So just jump inside of it once it lets you. For some reason, it's having a hard time letting me go in, but finally it lets me. And then just drive it in front of the ship. Luckily, you do not have to back it in. You just have to
I regret that I'm really not much good with
aim yourself so
well,
you're not going to run into things. This thing is really wonky to drive. It's one of the weirdest LEGO vehicles I've ever been in, but it's actually kind of fun. And I kind of thought maybe I should try to back it in, but then I thought better of it. And pull it right in, then the Wookiee cookies will get put into the machine. So you will not need the truck that is carrying that box.
Well,
Again,
that's
that will
the
get
important
taken off
stuff
for
dealt
you
with.
because the other two
Just
items will
fuel
have
and
their own
weapons
little
now?
truck of their own. I don't really know what else to call it, so I'm gonna a hover truck, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a hover truck. So on the left side, remember where those 4 people are, because we're gonna need them here in a little bit. On the left side, we can finally come over here and help my brother who didn't really know what to do too much. And you can't actually jump up this as Leia because she is old and not very
A protocol
agile.
droid, at last!
But my brother on the right side there, just pay attention to him because he's doing the things that he needs to do with C3PO. And you'll notice Leia here is trying to push that cart, and I thought maybe it was a dual cart, but no, you need all 4 for them. So you're gonna have to go back, collect the 4 soldiers, and push that cart to get the 3rd object that we're going to need. The second one is going to be inside that room, and I think my brother is going to go ahead and do that one. And he's going to switch the fin, go back down there and destroy it. He's going the wrong way, though. Maybe he goes the correct way. There you go. And there I am, finally picking up soldiers on the left screen, and my brother's going to be building that truck on the right screen. So, I don't know if that truck is but whatever it is, just put it together. And I don't know if you can get too far ahead of these soldiers following you, but I was just kind of waiting for them to catch up to me and then get up here, and we'll be able to push this giant X-Wing inside.
All right, just the concussion missiles left now.
So with that delivery, that is the 2nd item that we need. And then soon the X-Wing engine will be moved out of the way, and we'll be able to get the final one. And with that finally out of the way, we can start destroying a couple other things here, but we're just gonna need both, what's her name, Leia and Finn to pull down these grapples. I don't think the 4 people following
can you give me a
help you with that because 2, not 4, and then we should be able to build this final truck, and once we take that to the Millennium Falcon, that'll be it for this horrible level, and also the end of this video.
Some things never change.
True. You still drive me crazy. If you see our son,